Hey, what's up, YouTube family and friends? It's me, Terry. Just wanted to show you something real quick and give you my take on it. This is on. This is on. What is her name? Hang on a second. Let me get myself together.
Institutional elite.
And I do not own the rights to any of this, but I would like you guys to hear it, and I'm going to give my little commentary on it.
From the actual people.
But it's on Sabby Sabs' YouTube page. And what she's doing is she's showing them talking about Joe Biden. And I'm going to let you hear it, and then I'm going to give my little take on it. Throughout it, she says a couple of things, so got to give a shout out to her. But really want you to hear this, so listen up.
He said the institutional elites, but the people. So that right there lets you know that he knows that the majority of the people are not a part of that institution.
It piggybacks what you were saying as well, that you get the endorsement, now you have to go into the union halls. And what Donald Trump is doing, what Joe Biden is doing and Kamala Harris are both doing is they're penetrating those areas now. I mean, he's literally in South Carolina as we speak. He was in South Carolina last night. He went to beauty salons. He's actually on the ground doing things that he wasn't able to do in 2020, which is, you're correct. Once you get the institution, like once you get the black pastor, that's the grass top. Now you got...
Let's go back, folks, because this is a very revealing moment. And pay attention to the words, the vocabulary that he chooses to use. Listen to this.
You were saying as well, that you get the endorsement, now you have to go into the union halls. And what Donald Trump is doing, what Joe Biden is doing and Kamala Harris are both doing, is they're penetrating those areas now.
They're penetrating those areas. I probably would have used a different word.
So would I have. One of the things that's interesting about this was his Freudian slip is when he said Donald Trump instead of Joe Biden. Because you see a lot of times when you have a black person like this, and one of the reasons white people like to display a black person like this and give a black person like this a platform is because they don't really live in their blackness. They're not proud of their blackness. They're proud of the stereotype of being black that white people have given to them, and that's where they feel comfortable. So rather than be aware that you're a black man on a show that's full of white people, and so you have to make sure they see your strength, your pride, your dedication to your own race. What you do is you jump ship and you kind of talk like you're white. You say the things they would say if they could say it, okay, without getting themselves in trouble. But anyway, let me let you finish seeing what she says and what else happens.
I'm just kidding. I probably would have used a different word, but listen to this.
I mean, he's literally in South Carolina as we speak. He was in South Carolina last night. He went to beauty salons. He's actually on the ground doing things that he wasn't able to do in 2020.
Beauty salons.
Which is, you're correct. Once you get the institution, like once you get the black pastor, that's the grass top. Now you got...
Once you get the black pastor, here's Bakari Sellers giving away the game, letting you know that this is what they count on. This is what they count on, getting the black pastor. This is another reason why a lot of younger black voters don't actually vote. Because a lot of young black voters are not in the black church. Mostly when you go to the black church, who do you see? Older black people, grandma, mom, and maybe mom's kids that she brought to church with her that don't have a say-so on whether or not they can go to church. But a lot of us, like millennial, Gen Z, black peeps, you don't see as many of us in the black church. Bakari Sellers, a black man, sitting up here and saying this with no shame whatsoever. and says, once you get the black pastor, there you go.
Well, that's one thing that she says that's true, is he has no shame whatsoever. None. Not an ounce of shame. But I kind of have a different take. I don't really want to say I disagree with her. I'm going to say I have a different take on the church. I don't think that it's only millennials and Gen Z and whatever age she is, because I'm a baby boomer. And I go to church when I feel like going to church. I think spirituality is kind of inbred in us, and you don't have to go to church to prove that. But I really I see a different side of who goes to church. And one of the reasons I say that is because you could tell that Bakari Sellers, this black man that's on the panel with all these white people, is completely out of touch with regular people that go to church. That I could tell right off the bat. He has no clue what he's talking about when he talks about today's modern church. When he talk about church, he's talking about the old-fashioned church, you know, back in the day, you know, when you had to go and it was Sunday school, and, you know, and they played hymns. Now they got whole bands in church. Drums, guitars, saxophones, piano. They got it all. You know, so church has changed a lot. But he's talking to these white people, and what he's doing is he is being a stereotypical spokesperson for the black community, which he has no idea what he's talking about. Nope, sorry, no idea. Okay, let's see what else is happening.
Tokenism. And he has no shame. No shame saying it. Listen to the way the Democratic Party is operating to recruit your people. And he's just like, yeah, just get the black pastor and then, you know, forget everybody else. Black church beauty salons. Forget everybody else in the community. He should be ashamed of himself.
You got to get the people in the pews. You got to get the women who wear the big hats. When you hug them, they smell like Chanel No. 5 all day long, or they use a full stick of butter in their sweet potato pies. So you actually have to go out and...
The coonery.
And people don't really use full stick of butters in their sweet potato pie. So what he's doing is he's kind of catering to the mentality of white supremacy here. That is what he's doing. Okay, I've noticed that it gets her very upset, Sabby. And it kind of bothers me too. But let's see where this goes.
Like, are you guys hearing this? The big lady, the lady with the big hat. The lady with the big hat smells like Chanel No. 5, makes the sweet potato pies. What kind of Uncle Tom? Listen.
Able to do in 2020, which is, you're correct. Once you get the institution, like once you get the black pastor, that's the grass top. Now you got to get the people in the pews. You got to get the women who wear the big hats. When you hug them, they smell like Chanel No. 5 all day long, or they use a full stick of butter in their sweet potato pies. So you actually have to go out and visit with those people, and that's what Joe Biden's doing. He's doing it in South Carolina with the black vote. He has to do it in Detroit and other places with the union.
You know, I've had many conversations with the president of the UAW, and I'll tell you something. That endorsement was earned.
It kind of ticks me off the way that he described the black women in the church. It made me feel some kind of way. Yes, there are a lot of times the older black women may wear the big hat, but then he had to throw in, put a whole stick of butter in the sweet potato pie and smell like Chanel No. 5.
Well, the problem is that that is what they have him there for. That's why he's hopefully they'll show a shot of the panel. That's why he's the only black guy on the panel, they're not going to sit up there with someone that is unapologetically black, that's going to live in his blackness and enjoy his melanin, because that makes them feel uncomfortable. So I understand that Sabby is getting upset, but it's to be expected. Let's see what else she says.
The coonery of it all. And of course they had a black guy do it. Bakari Sellers, the sellout, okay? I never understood why Nina Turner had this guy be a part of her campaign. The same guy who sat there smearing Bernie Sanders' campaign, and Nina Turner was working with the Bernie campaign. Then you pick this guy and make him a part of your campaign. This guy is the sellout's sellout. I don't give a damn how long you lived in the South, Bakari. You're the sellout. Damn shame.
And that man, Sean Fane is a competitive man. He has put his name on delivering those union voters. That's one of the big swings President Biden's got.
And it may have been, but I think what you've seen over the last few weeks is a change and a difference here. You've seen on the political battlefield, Donald Trump solidify his base, winning Republicans over and over, both in Iowa and New Hampshire, and as we head to South Carolina and Nevada and beyond. We've seen with the president.
Now, I stopped it here on purpose, and I'm going to stop the video here as well. That's why Sabby shouldn't get too upset. Because look at this panel. Next to him is a white man. Next to that white man is a white woman in white. Next to that white woman in white is another white man. Next to that white man is another white woman, blonde hair, in white. So, they do this on purpose, okay? Because they know he's not brave enough to challenge them with his blackness, his melanin. Melanin is our superpower. And if you live in it, and if you enjoy it, and if you feel that you can make a change while you're wearing it, because we don't have a choice, we're black, they get uncomfortable. So they would not have him on this show if he was not, how could you say, showing tokenism, making them feel comfortable, talking about black people like all black people are the same, when he knows damn well all black people are not the same. Now, I usually don't do a lot of political stuff on my YouTube channel, but every now and then I do, and I hope that you enjoy it when I do. But I try to keep it light, but every now and then something will catch my eye, and I'll put it up. So hopefully you enjoy this. Be sure to check out Sabby Sabs' channel on YouTube. And I hope everyone is doing well. Stay well and stay blessed. Bye-bye.